Hello, I'm Abimaro.
Hello, I'm Troy.
And I'm Zeenat.
Great. So, guys, I'm going to ask you a question about getting young people engaged and involved in events. When you're considering going to a gig or going into an event, what are you looking for? So, what gets you through those doors? Is there a particular type of marketing that influences you? What gets you to a gig?
I think marketing-wise, the gig has to be personal to the audience. So I'd only go and see a performer that I admire, not just a performer that I appreciate the music. I want to like them as a person, and I want to know that I'm going for the experience, not just music I could listen to at home. So with gigs, you have to make sure that it's not just about the music; it's about the experience as well. What are you getting different on stage than you are not getting at home when you're listening to the CD? And I think that's very important when it comes to gigs. Yeah.
Thanks. So, make sure that the gig is an experience and you're told about that
Yeah.
so that you can go to see something rather than just putting in a CD.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, make sure the gig is an experience, definitely.
Zeenat, what do you think?
I don't actually go to gigs, and that's because you could say I'm intimidated by large crowded spaces, or yeah, like a large crowd of people. But if the gigs were more intimate, so like smaller, maybe seats, like when you know you're comfortable in your own space, like there are less people, like it's more intimate with the performers. You can just enjoy your music and not have to worry about like all the dangers involved in being around in a yeah.
Excellent. So for you, it's about actually the kind of gigs that would um, be appealing to you, are gigs that may be more intimate, in smaller venues, more local to you maybe? Anything else that prevents you from going to gigs that you think organisations could do differently to get young people involved?
Obviously pricing, because as students, people don't have money to waste, so they want to know that they can afford something, and the more affordable it is, the more likely they are to attend, obviously.
So making sure that they're affordable. What's affordable for you, Zena? Like, what do you think? What would be a ticket price that would work for you?
£10.
£10. Anything else that you think, Troy, that could get people, the young people, engaged and in an audience?
I agree with Zena. I think venue's very important, and I think if the venue's a lot more intimate, and even things such as like if you have a common interest in the artist performing with your friends, then you're more likely to want to go to the gig. Whereas say you're in a big crowd and you're going by yourself and it's expensive, you won't want to go to a gig because, like I said, it's not personal and it's not an experience that you would enjoy, and there's no incentive to go see the person perform if you won't enjoy it. Say you're not a gig goer or you don't like being in crowded spaces, then there's no incentive to go to the gig.
So when you're talking about gigs being more personal, are you saying that organisations, you'd like to see more artists that perhaps aren't as established being in venues so that you can know the artists that are going to be performing in certain venues? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea as well. I think even sometimes gigs I've gone to where there's been like 20-minute open mic night slots, like even performers, they would turn up to the gig just knowing, oh, this may be my chance. They get to the gig, see artists there that they really like and really appreciate, and that's how people earn their revenue. So there's like linking back to the last question, there's an incentive for the audience as well as the events company. So yeah, definitely, if you know the artist, you're more likely to want to see them. Like, and having like less established artists may give the incentive for people to want to go to gigs. So yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.